Thank you, Madam. Thank you, Madam Speaker. America is experiencing a gun violence epidemic, both in mass shooting and everyday gun violence. More and more our fellow Americans have to deal with mental health and physical injury in the aftermath of shootings. In many cases, they come out of the hospital with long-lasting disabilities. The residents in my hometown of Philadelphia have become much too familiar with gun violence. In a poll taken 6 months ago, 2/3 of residents reported having heard gunshots in their neighborhoods. Over Memorial Day weekend alone, 32 people were shot in Philadelphia, 7 of them dead, including a 16-year-old boy. Those 32 families are changed forever. And the toll of gun violence in the victims is enormous. It's emotional, it's mental, and it's financial. It's not just borne by those who are shot, but it's also by family and friends, as well as witnesses, first responders, and countless others. I believe prevention. That's why I signed the discharge petitions for the 3 gun safety bills. I also believe in helping those who have already been affected. We are becoming a nation of victims and survivors. As a country, we must not forget those who are struggling in the line of the map of gun violence. That's why I, along with Senator Casey, introduced resources for gun victims, H.R. 3962. This bill will create a council to assess the resources that are available and determine how we can ensure victims are getting the assistance they need. It is important for all of us to realize that this affects everyone, that we must address this question of violence, and we must not take it for granted. It can affect any family throughout this nation, and it is important that we do all that we can and send the message that this is just not acceptable. Surely we all agree on helping victims of crimes. The time to help victims is now. We must help victims. We must send a message that this is unacceptable, no matter where we live, no matter where we are, no matter where in this nation. The questions of victims who are being affected. We must rise up and send a message that this is no longer the type of behavior. It will take us all working together to make a difference. So I share with you, Madam Speaker, it is important during this moment, like never before, that we come together and we focus, no matter what city, no matter what state, no matter wherever in the United States. It is unacceptable. I thank you. I yield back the balance of my time.